I got something right here. And it's a van.
Okay.
Hey, I found your son.
I know it's crazy to ask this, but what about the little dog?
Sheriff River Patrol is now on scene. This is the case of Eddie Pullin, who is 27 years old, has seizures, was late for work one night, does 70 to 80 miles an hour, and ends up off the embankment into the water. His father reached out to me a couple of days ago, and I'm going to bring you into that conversation right now to where our case and this story begins.
Hello?
Hey, Steven, this is Jared. How are you?
Hello?
Hey, Steven, this is Jared.
Yes.
Jared up in Oregon.
Yes.
Is now a good time for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, perfect. Hey,
Sorry I didn't get back with you earlier. I'm so wore out from thinking about all this. I dozed off.
no worries. You're East Coast and I'm West Coast, so we're gonna make this. We're gonna figure this out together, and let's see if we can bring your son home.
Right.
So fill me in. I know that we emailed back and forth a little bit, but yeah, there's a few things I just want to go over. But yeah, kind of give me the general overview, and then I'll fill in with questions from there if you don't mind.
We were living in a mobile home in Lakeland, Florida, a couple of years ago. He was working, but he was always, he was getting real violent towards his mother. He's hard to live with. He's just one of those people that extremely hard to live with.
Right.
We thought it was a 55 and older park that we were living in. And we told him, I said, you're going to get us all thrown out of here. You're not even supposed to be living here. We're trying to help you. And he bought a motorcycle. Well, that got stolen. He thought all this stuff only happened to him, you know. And then he had a seizure, the bad grandma seizure is what they call.
And he's 27 now. When did he start having the seizures?
Do you remember what age he was when he started having it? Just a couple of years ago, wasn't it? Yeah, just a couple of years, maybe 25.
Okay.
He had a buddy out in Oregon that he had been playing video games with for years, since he was probably 12 years old. I think his name was Matt. So he moved. He said he was going out there to live with Matt. And I guess him and Matt got on the outs because, like I said, we call him Jay, but he's just hard to live with. And so that relationship broke apart. He met Jonathan while he was living with Matt, because I guess they lived in the same apartment. Jonathan was living with his parents, but he seemed to get along with younger people because he's kind of like a big kid, you know, himself.
Right.
So Jonathan, I think, is 22, his buddy Jonathan. So they got an apartment. Jonathan got him on where he worked. I guess he was making like $25 an hour. Jonathan met a girl, and now he's getting married. So they moved out of that apartment, and that's when Jay just started living in a van. He went out and bought a van, started living in that. He got another job. I think I already told you all this in the letter.
Okay,
or in the email.
Just for clarity, they don't call Matt Jay, they call Eddie Jay.
Yeah, Eddie is, we call him Jay. I don't know what they call him out there, if they call him Jay or Eddie.
Okay.
Not sure. But he has threatened to before. I've even heard him say, I'm going to do myself in and nobody will ever be able to find me in a million years. And then a couple of days later, it'd be like he's fine, you know, like he never talked about it, like life is going on. But I think when he started getting fired for them seizures, I think, because when you get up and start walking and somebody keeps pulling the rug out from under you, that'll definitely have an effect on you. We tried to get him to move back here several times. I told him, I'll pay for your plane ticket. Just get on the plane, and you need to get back here. You can't be driving around having seizures. Something awful is going to end up happening.
And we're getting close to getting them here.
So he wouldn't leave his car there in his van. I said, well, tow the car here with the van. Well, I don't think the van ain't gonna make it. I'm like, Jay, just sell everything, give it to your friends, whatever. You gotta get back here. And he wasn't gonna have it.
So we've got the 1994 Dodge van, and then we have the Lincoln LS. Now, you said that the Lincoln LS he was working on at Jonathan's house.
No, it's not Jonathan's. It's another friend, Kelly. It's just a friend. He's probably a 19, 20-year-old kid. But he said Jay would park beside his house and he'd bring him food out. You know, it's probably what he was doing the night he came up missing. He was just hanging out there till he had to go to work. He might have been on the internet, messing with his car. He could have had a seizure right there and woke up. By the time he came out of it, he realized he was late for work, and they probably said, you're late for work one more time, we're going to fire you.
Right.
And that could have sent him into a I'm done mode, you know, I'm just done.
Right. So we don't know. So we don't know the last hours whether he was happy or depressed that evening.
No, nobody, the last person that talked to him was on a text message. Will was his name. One of his friends was going out to T5, which is street races. And Jay said, no, it won't be tonight because I'm flat broke and I have to be at work at 2 a.m. He said he missed a couple of days of work last week, you know.
Because of the seizure he had.
So right now it sounds like we don't believe that he would have, this would not be a self-harm scenario at 2 a.m. Right now, it doesn't sound like that. What it sounds like that we need to lean towards is he was up there at the house in Vancouver on 5th Street. He leaves to go to work, and then you said that he always takes Marine Drive, or his friend said he always takes Marine Drive. He doesn't take 84.
Yep. That's exactly what his friend says. I don't know why, but did he like the scenic route? I don't know.
Well, I mean, technically it's shorter, you know, and so it's one of those things. Right. It's one of those things that, you know, we as younger guys that were driving back in the day. I mean, you and I both know this. It's like, all right, if it's a mile shorter, we know that if we just pedal to the metal, we can make it there faster. Even though the speed limit is slower on that road. So then that introduces all right, I'm late for work. It's 2, you know, I have to be there at 2 a.m. I left the house around 1:40 a.m. I've only got 20 minutes to make it 29 miles away, 14.8 miles. So then that brings us up to, we come across the 205 bridge, get off on Airport Way, take 122nd. The first mile of it is, there's all guardrail right there. Everything there on Marine Drive, once you hit 138th, I mean, there's just no guardrail at all, as you saw. You said you drove it on Google Maps. You know, that there's quite a bit of a berm, that there's the walking path down below. But, you know, a van, if he's, you know, you said that he's been known to speed, he's doing 70 to 80.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so coming down over that ledge in a van, and momentum is going to be nothing to carry that into the water right there.
Yeah, because he could have went off of that road at 80 miles an hour and not one tire would have touched the ground. Yeah. But he would have hit the water like a brick wall, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right.
His windows were probably rolled up too, because they said it was getting kind of cold up there, I guess, or cool, pretty cool. And that would explain no debris or anything like that coming out of the windows. And he had his little dog with him.
Oh, no.
It's just a small, maybe 7-pound, looks like. Okay. It's got black spots. You'll see it I'll send you that picture too. I spoke with the Multnomah County Sheriff's boat patrol.
Yep.
And the guy said, if you think anyone over the 205 bridge, that is impossible. There's no way that could happen, ever.
Well, well, that was until 2 years ago when we found, Antonio over it.
Right. I've seen that video.
Yeah. But we didn't have snow, you know, on October 18th when Eddie went missing. Yeah. So that scenario.
But was it windy? How windy was it?
Yeah,
Did anybody know?
It's too tall. I mean, I agree with the Multnomah County and Clackamas County. I mean, he's not going to get over without having a ramp like Antonio had.
Okay. I mentioned the company lake because I didn't even know if you could get a vehicle in there or not.
Yeah, I was looking at Company Lake, and that one's not out of the question, because if he's, staying at FedEx in the parking lot there, it's a little unclear on whether there's a gate at the back of the property from the parking lot. But just coming out of the parking lot there, right where the power lines are at, you have that dirt pull off there. It doesn't look like there's a gate there that he could absolutely drive up and then drive right into the water there. So that's not out of the question. That we'll want to keep that in mind.
And then you got the Sandy River, I think it's called.
Sandy River's not going to be deep enough. So that's more of a tubing floating river in the summertime.
Okay.
The other boat ramp on Marine Drive heading the other way is where the sheriff's boat, they keep that stationed right here at the boat launch. And so he's not going to be at the James Gleason boat ramp. That
just leaves about a 3 or 4 mile stretch there on Marine Drive then, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's what leaves us there. So
pretty much.
Yeah, so I've gotten a hold of another buddy of mine that goes out with me quite a bit. He's about an hour from Portland. I'm about 2.5 hours from this location. So we're going to head up and we're going to meet tomorrow morning at Chinook Landing. We'll put in...
Okay.
We'll definitely check the boat ramp there, even though I think it's going to be too shallow there. But our main focus will be down here on Marine Drive.
Okay. And the sheriff boat patrol there said that they couldn't get close enough to the bank to even tell if there was a vehicle in the water. So he said, but we'll keep an eye out.
Oh, that's really weird.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
All right. The nice thing in this is that, tomorrow while we're out scanning, we don't have to worry about, if we find 24 other cars. That's not of importance to us. We're looking for a van that definitely is a lot more, sticks out a lot more than a car does for us. And then I'll keep you updated. So like I said, my plan is to meet up with Matt and the rest of the team at 8 a.m. We'll probably be in the water by 9:30, and we'll start scanning. And then once if we identify a target being what looks like a van, then we'll mark it and we'll dive it and confirm from there. Once I do confirm, if we get to that stage, you will be my first phone call. You're his dad, and you deserve that respect that before we even call law enforcement, just to let you know what's going on, and then we'll make the phone call to law enforcement and bring them in. So
yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Now everything is treated as a crime scene at that moment in time. So should we identify that we find the van, we've identified the van. Unless we need to make sure that we secure him because we're concerned that he might come out prior to law enforcement getting there. That's the only time that we'll actually do anything as far as touching anything, because it is a crime scene at that point until they determine otherwise. But like I said, we're first and foremost here for you and your family to do everything we can to make sure that, Eddie comes home tomorrow.
For families who have all but given up on finding their loved ones, this team is a last hope. Civilian divers cracking cold cases for free.
Matt.
Good morning. Boys are going to get parking permits.
There's a machines down.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't think you have to pay. I don't know.
Hey, bonus to the day. We got that beautiful sunrise.
Yeah.
Broken parking machine. Maybe we'll get some good luck.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Even the sweatshirt. Like the Andrew, what it does.
Alrighty, so
I gave info to Andrew. He brought it downstream. On their way in, they examined the roadway on Marine Drive to see if there's any blow-throughs, evidence of a wreck. Very low likelihood but we can let Andrew explain that if you want on what he saw.
Yeah. So as far as a wreck off of Marine Drive or a blow through on a guardrail?
There's one spot where on the other side of a small guardrail, there's what looked like what could either be human paths or it was a side-by-side dip down going down.
Side by side, or could it be a van going sideways?
Yeah. It was like 2 tracks that were parallel-ish.
Where's that off?
It was off Marine Drive, probably a couple miles up the road.
But I mean, like 122nd, or past all the guardrails after you get past
122nd, in between 122nd and 185th.
you give me a nice big span there.
Yeah, it was a nice big span.
All right, we'll look for that then.
I'll look at it.
But you don't know if it was closer to 158th, 138th? Because I think 138th is where the guardrail ends, and then we have all open with no guardrail.
I think it was closer to the 122nd side.
Okay. And then as far as the guardrail, all the guardrails were intact?
Yeah.
Okay.
And nothing looked like it was even bumped.
So what we have for our game plan now is we're going to put in the water right here at Chinook Landing. We're going to do a first initial scan right here because coming in those front gates, it doesn't look like they locked them at night. So we want to rule out any chance for potential self-harm on this situation. If he's not here though, then we are going to jet down to 138th Street. So we're going to make a quick time heading down the river because it's always best to scan back up the river. And then we'll see if we can find Eddie today.
Got a coat, I got a life jacket.
So I have never scanned this location before. I've always wanted to, but when I wanted to, it was always like midsummer, so it was like packed every single day.
What's up, Honda?
It's been a couple of months.
Yeah.
All right, so that one.
It's not quite clicked.
Not clicked. Okay, not clicked. Okay. All right, we're already 11 feet here.
Wow.
So we're plenty deep to hide a van. It's a nice clean bottom. It's down to 12 to 15 feet out here, which is perfect. Like I said, I'm really surprised that there's no vehicles in here. Oh, it's Multnomah County River Patrol.
Yeah, they have the other station down at 33rd Avenue also.
Yeah. All right, let's pull up.
So Andrew was saying that the fence that spot he was talking about, one of them was on the other side of this yard, but it's a long shot to get to the water. He couldn't see the water.
I was looking at the current here and look how you got back eddy, forward eddy, back eddy.
This is where my friend died. This is where my friend Will died. He jumped in the water here.
Oh, you can see why he died right here.
Yeah, oh yeah. The last time I was at this boat launch ramp was to put my boat in, running around just to look to see where he was floating at. And it took too long for him to come up.
Yeah, here, look at those back eddies, forward eddy.
Look at this view right here, Jared, behind you.
Yeah. I'm gonna just drop side scan only on this one. Just see with our depth. Oh, it's only 5 feet deep right here. And if you look at the road, I mean, it's quite a ways from the road up there.
There's a shelf just down from it too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're only 5 feet, so it's not gonna be here. And it's only 2 feet deep right there. Oh yeah, you can see the bottom right there. Yeah, there's no way you're getting a vehicle all the way out here. It gets deep right there.
How many times have you gone out on a search just to find out later on that the person is alive and well?
2, maybe 3? Or no, I'm 2, not 3. The third one, she was already downriver. So the 205 bridge, I think that's about 2.5, 3 miles from here. We have a 2-mile stretch right along through here. Again, we don't want to scan going downriver. So let's just pull in closer to the bank and I just watch and see if we spot any debris or any marks coming in. Like Andrew said, he saw what might have looked like some tracks. If we don't see any tracks coming in, let's actually go all the way down to 122nd where he would have turned off, even though the guardrail is there. Just because guardrail's not going to mean anything. You can still flip over. Now he's only been missing since October 19th of this year.
Oh, 19.
19, yeah, 1/9, and roughly between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. We're thinking more so between 1:40 p.m. or 1:40 a.m. in the morning and 2 a.m. with him coming off of the bank here is my guess. Got something there.
Looks like a seat. It's a bench seat to the front.
Oh, that's just for fishing. See, they got their fishing stick there and a bench there. So that's set up there intentionally. What I like is when I was talking to his dad was saying how he had a couple of different jobs, but he would have the seizures. And so then he would end up getting fired from the job.
Which to me is just absolutely turns my stomach.
But where I'm going with this though is I 100% respect what FedEx did. You know, he had a seizure at work and they said, you know what? Okay, let's find another position for you where if you do happen to have a seizure at work, you're gonna be okay. Yeah. We'll make it a safe working environment for you and we're not gonna fire you.
Yeah, that broke my heart when I saw that you can't stop that from happening. Yeah. And I would think that with employers saying they're having a hard time retaining employees, well, there's a few sounds like that they need to rethink their operation.
See how deep it is here for kicks. Just one. Oh yeah, we're at 12 feet.
Yeah, this is plausible. I'll try to keep my eyes up on the embankment to look for any witness marks.
Yeah, it'll be a nice, easy scan.
Water temp?
Oh, water temp is 52.
A little bit cooler than I thought it'd be.
Yeah. So they have like a whole fire pit area there.
This is where they pulled something out.
Pulled somebody out? No, that.
What happened here?
That's a campsite there.
Kind of a cool little dock. I mean, if you're a kid and you're building forts at the river, ooh, you're close to hitting some rocks at the prop.
Yeah, it gets shallow there.
So our Portland riverfront property, we do have an opening right here for the low price of $400,000.
Can you send me that video to who sent me the guy that has like a 2 or 3 bedroom house on the river? The homeless guy?
No, not me.
Oh, I'll have to find it. In fact, I might include some of it in this video here. And it's quite incredible. So between the water and the high water mark, nobody owns that. So I'm explaining it to everybody. So nobody owns that piece of land. And so you'll see these clips here. The gentleman has built this 2 or 3 bedroom home out of things that he's collected over the years. And every couple of years, the water level comes up enough that it actually floods inside of his house enough that it's up to like his knees and stuff, so he has to move to higher ground. However, like I said, nobody owns that stretch of land. And so he has like the best views in all of Portland right there. No taxes. I think he's got solar panels.
No water bill?
Yeah, no water bill, yeah. No sewer bill either. Yeah. So you know where that's going, right? I know that, or you used to be able to, down at the 205, you used to be able to get down there and drive down like you used to be able to drive down on this one here.
When I was in high school, kids used to come out here. They call it like Dittler's Beach. It was to the west of here. And yeah, you could drive down. You weren't seen from up above too easily. And we'd all come out here and party on the beach.
So where I'm going with that is I think what I want to do then is if we don't spot anything in this next stretch between that house down there and these houses here, let's go down just past the 205, see if you can still drive down there, and then we'll scan that area and then scan all the way back up. You know, the other thing, I don't think it's likely, and the detective that's working on this case, when I was talking to Steven, who's Eddie's dad wanted to know if Eddie could have gone over the 205. I mean, I don't think it's possible without having snow built up as a ramp. However, since we're right here and we're going to it, if we don't see anything there, we might as well just hit it real quick while we're here.
Yeah, we got gas.
Yeah.
Wait, we have gas, right?
Yeah, I got gas. I checked to make sure. All right, so that was 138th then. So here's between 138th and 122nd. That's all guardrail there. Like you got a car down here. Right there in the water.
Oh, wow. Man, someone was so happy when they bought that brand new one day. That's what I think about every old dead car I see. Someone was really excited one day when they got this.
So when we found Antonio, and he came off, this is the higher part of the bridge on the other side, but when he came off of it, he was only about 10 feet off of the road itself because of the momentum that he had going and then just straight in the water. So as we'll do is we'll just scan pretty much almost right underneath of it, because with all those windows, what happens when it hits the water, it blows out all the windows and it just sinks immediately. There's something there. Right off of that. Let's go back over that. Was that it right there? Oh, it might have just been the rocks there. All right, so that's not very high. Those are rocks there. All right, just rocks. And that wind's really ripping through here. Oh, there's something big there. There's a, I don't know what that was.
Yeah, right when you said it, I saw the whole screen was lit up and then we went back to 12 feet.
I don't see anything fresh and new on it, but let's see if we can figure this out. Right there. All right.
Upside down car.
Car van, let's see. So take a look at how big it is. Let me go. So from the 12-foot mark to the 4-foot mark, so it's 8 feet tall. So it's not a car.
It's almost a 4-foot tire.
Yeah,
That
why
is
is
a
it?
big
Yeah,
tire.
why is that tire so big?
Yeah. So it's a underside spare, you think?
But look how shiny it is too. But it looks like it has a short wheelbase though. Look how short this is. That's only 14 feet in length. Look at your van on that one, the bigger picture. That's not a short wheelbase on your van.
No, it's not the shortest one. It's the medium one, I think.
Yeah, but what we have here is a short wheelbase. See, that's a short wheelbase on that. I don't know, I mean...
Look at the wheel.
Yeah, look at the wheel there.
Look at the wheel. That wheel is shining good.
That wheel is like your wheel.
It looks like it. But I want it to look like it, so let's keep examining it.
And take a look at the distance from the back of the van, or the back of the vehicle, to the wheel. And back up. But fricker is just so shiny. And it's really sticking up. That wheel is really sticking up.
Can we see a bumper on it?
Yeah.
It looks like the offset of the depth of the wheel to the outside edge of the tire, you know, because I'm noticing that on the photo, that they're a pretty deep set wheel, and I'm seeing that here. Okay, we got a center, looked like there's a little center cap sticking out there. And you see that? Okay.
Yeah, so there's a center cap on it.
Okay. I don't see a center cap on the back left of here.
Yeah. And the wheelbase is just so short on this too.
Well, we have a good visual marker.
Let's go to shore here.
Okay.
And
Let's go look for evidence.
yeah, because it's only been a couple weeks, so there's going to be some type of evidence if this is associated with Eddie here. Yeah, I don't see anything up here that's fresh. And like you said, there was no center cap on the picture.
I'm assuming there's not, I don't know what side we were looking at, but I'm assuming if there's no center cap on one side, there's not going to be one on the other.
Yeah, with Christina, it had been 60 days and all of the tracks were still there.
Oh, okay.
So with this being softer here, we'd still have some evidence if it was fresh.
Well, we can make a marker on the map and log it.
Yep.
I wonder if that vehicle is maybe something associated with this burned out one where they were just tossing them in the river and that one ended up floating and this one didn't.
Yeah.
You know, the big tires definitely help going over the rocks.
Have a car just on the left here, right there. Buried pretty good. Been in there a while.
Yeah, see where you probably saw it on the side scan, and when I see it on live, I just kind of see something hard, but it's just a lump.
Okay, so now we're coming up to the 2 mile stretch where no guardrail at all. So it's gonna be from these homes up to those homes up there. So let's drop in now and sit back and enjoy the ride on that one. Really surprised it's only 6 feet deep here.
I bet if you turned and went out, it would probably be only 10 feet deep. I bet I've been out, rode a jet ski out here before and was blown away when I fell off and, whoa, hey, sand is right there. Stood up, got back on. There's some shallow, flat spots out here. Yeah, we're just seeing a big pile of solids from the discharge of the pipe right here. Once we get past the pipe, it'll not be there. I don't think there's very good looking stuff in that grate.
We got some depth again now.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That's good. Now, this is what I'm looking for.
I would think even after 2 weeks, we would still be able to smell the gasoline floating on the water.
Yeah, but it's in the river. You're not going to notice it. It's going to disperse too much and just float down.
But this short of water, you know, the depth,
Yeah.
I'd almost think we'd get the smell. We get it when we pull an old car out.
Yeah.
Just because it's been disturbed, but once it's been setting.
Yeah, but if it's been in here for like 3 weeks, it's already settled for how it's going to sit.
Yeah. We have sonar. So
Hey,
are
Eddie?
we. Yes.
Eddie?
We're looking for Eddie.
Yeah, that's why we're out here.
Nice.
Yeah, what's your name?
I'm Carla.
Carla?
That's Jonathan over there, his old roommate.
So Jonathan's the one he was living with, right?
Back in the day.
Okay.
He moved out, he moved into his van.
Right. Now Jonathan is getting married, right? He's the one that's getting married?
Yeah, he's with Nikki. That's my boyfriend on the right, and then that's Eddie's brother on the left.
Awesome. So far we've scanned the Chinook Landing, and then we went down to the 205 and we've been scanning all the way up. So up until about 100 yards, it's only been 5 to 6 feet, so it's not been deep enough for his van.
So is it only, how deep it is?
You're 13 feet here.
13 feet?
Yep.
Go back.
Do you have something over here?
Well, there's a set of tracks that are going down, stopping, right around where he's at.
Okay.
I know there's a disturbance in the water right over there where he's at.
Right.
Slower pattern, slower movements, therefore the wake would have some form of blockage.
Yeah.
And then further up by the house is where we came in at.
Yeah, there's oil right there, and there's oil right over there.
Okay. Well, let me finish scanning this and I'll chat with you guys. Anyway, I'm Jared and this is Matt. Kelly, nice to meet you. Let's see if we can find him today, all right?
So remember when I was talking to you about the debris, how it would be just similar to that?
Yeah. Well, and you were just talking about the gasoline.
Yes, and they're saying they got it. There, the oil sheen, which I'll try to see if I can spot that.
Oh, sit down, sit down, sit down. I got something right here. Okay, it's right here on the left. It's upside down. And it's a van.
Okay. Oh yeah. Is that the ladder, like ladder rungs maybe I see?
That I don't know. On its wheels.
Yep, there's the window right there. I see it clear as day.
Yeah, windows at the back. Yep. I have 2 cars here. I have one upside down and one on its wheels.
Yep.
And let me scan this. I think we have 2 cars here. All right, so we have a car that's upside down right here. Yeah. That's only 4 foot tall. And there's a van right here.
You guys nailed. Like, that's some good water reading. Did it have a little eyebrow thing over the windshield? Yeah. Okay. Because I only have my left arm to stabilize myself. Let me get out of here. Wait.
All right, so let me go through these with you guys. Anyway, so Will, Carla, or shake or fist bump, whatever you want.
Kelly.
Kelly.
Yep.
Okay, scram back to that
you
part right there.
You can see the whole
Oh,
tire and the
absolutely
you can even
looks
see the
like that's a
you
ladder
can see
in the
the
back.
ladder on the back of it.
That ladder's pulled off though.
Oh, a little bit.
That absolutely looks like his.
Yeah.
From what I can tell, it looks like his van. But
So before I suit up and we say, all right, this is 100%, this is our target, what I would like to do, finish scanning to the boat houses here, or the row houses.
there is another disturbance in the water pretty much all the way down there. It's easy to see from up here. I don't know how easy it is.
Okay. So yeah, give me 30 minutes. Let me finish scanning this. Hang tight here. I'll come back to you here, and then we'll come up with a game plan. Whether I come back down in the boat with dive gear, or have you meet me up at the Shinnecock Landing and then just drive me back down here, and I'll just jump out and I'll have it marked so that way I can just go right in and we can verify if this is the van and if this is Eddie. So. And then his dad said sometimes he called him Jay. You guys call him Eddie or Jay? What do you guys call him?
Yeah, Jay.
So who was the last to see Jay?
Last to see him when we tried that seal.
Mike.
Us or Kelly. Kelly saw him last night he was there.
Oh yeah, I did.
The other Kelly.
Yeah.
And so he's supposed to be going to work at 2 a.m. and then there's some discrepancy whether he was last seen at 10 or if he was running late and he was seen at 1:20 or
tagged. His plate was tagged in Vancouver at his Lincoln on the 19th at 7 p.m.
Okay.
And he had to work, and he was texting Mike that whole day.
And he had sent messages to Mike at 8:40, I want to say.
Sometime after that, the phone's been dead.
Yeah, since the 19th, it's been going straight to voicemail.
But he wasn't supposed to be working until 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
He
Right.
liked to get there early.
Typically.
Now, did he normally leave early and then go take a nap there? Because I heard he was living in his van at FedEx too sometimes.
Probably smoking weed. He smoked a lot of weed. Right. He liked to do that, and so he'd sit and chill and just kind of get relaxed, and then go in and do his shift and
come back.
Outside of that,
hanging out in the van. When there wasn't a specific need or reason for him to go anywhere else, he usually just stayed out there, parked in his van, and just slept there the whole week.
Right.
But we went out there, we panned that area, nothing. Checked with the guards. They haven't seen him in 2 weeks.
We went out on the paths behind the FedEx location and walked those and couldn't see anything. No tracks of his van or anything out there.
I mean, there was room for the van to get out there for sure, but it wasn't out there.
Yeah. I went up to a company lake last night, and there's only the one way to get into it to drive in, and there was no fresh tracks over there.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, let me throw a magnet on this one, so that way if this one is marked, we know right where it's at. I'll just bring the line to shore instead of putting a buoy.
Okay.
And then, like I said, give me another 30 minutes. Let me finish scanning, see if there's any other vehicles that match the size and the shape that we're looking for. But right now we have a size and a shape that we're looking for.
Yeah.
With
the visor and the ladder on the back.
I mean, that right there is enough for me to freaking go dive. Only a proper dive suit.
Yeah. Well, I got the diving gear, so I got you covered there. But I've just learned from doing this a lot, quite a bit, that sometimes we miss a target that's another 6 feet from here, and we just want to make sure that if we're going in the water, let's make sure we're efficient with our time. All right, so there's the car, here's the van. Okay. It's facing upstream, right there. No, facing, yeah. There we go. Okay. All right, there's a lock on it. So don't put much tension on it, but yep.
Still gonna have a mystery though, unless we see damage on the vehicle. Like, what's the second car?
Oh, what if they ran into each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, what if it was a head-on?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, why are there going to be two vehicles? So I didn't even think about that. Why are there two vehicles so close to each other?
But how did they both get in the water without touching the embankment? But that's, we can't solve that right now.
All right, well, let's flip that up.
That other spot right there.
Yeah.
The only other two places that we were thinking, just because
that's going to be way too far from the river, from the road.
And it's only 4 foot of water.
Only 4 feet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's why we're dragging the grass right here.
What did you notice up on the road?
Mostly just tracks. Almost like somebody fell asleep or just.
You just see the exit tracks on the edge.
Was there just
of the
one
hard.
set, or was there two sets?
I only noticed one predominant set. I only noticed one predominant set of tires.
Okay.
So.
All right, sounds
It
good.
could be coincidence too. Yeah.
Alright, it is a van. Let's see what we got here. There's a Dodge. There's no license plate on the back of that. Memory of 91 Sandy. All the windows are intact. We do have somebody inside. Let's go find this other car real quick. So here's the car. Looks like the car's been out there a lot longer. Yeah, front window is up. Cadillac. Rear license plate is gone. In memory of 91.
So I have a Dodge van. There is no license plates on it. There is somebody in the driver's seat.
Okay.
Indicative of being there for a couple weeks. I didn't see a dog in the window from what I've seen, but every window is completely intact right now.
Really?
Okay. Impressive.
Now I said that it was a matte black, but it looks more like a gray underwater.
Well, it is gray.
Okay.
It's a gray.
it's
The
a
front
dark
is more glossy than the back half.
Okay, and there's a in memory of 91 sticker or something.
Really?
On the back.
Okay. That matches.
So.
Hello.
Hey, Steven, it's Jared.
Yeah, how you doing?
Hey, good. Hey, I found your son.
Man, you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
If not, let me tell you, if not for y'all, I've been sitting here thinking about it. We'd be sitting here for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
And not know.
Yeah. So
y'all are sent from God, I'm telling you.
you know, it's never easy to do this and bring the answers that, but they're definitely needed. So where we're at right now is the vehicle is on its wheels and every window is intact. There's no debris in the way between where the van is at and coming up the hillside. This is in my backyard, so with knowing that what this dive team is capable of is I don't want to step on their toes and actually rig it based on what we have right now in the way that's laying.
Okay. Now, I saw a news video of a car that went off a Marine Drive. I don't know how many years ago, but on the way up they lost the body.
Oh no!
The body went out the window. So please don't let that happen.
Yeah, what they're going to do in this situation, what they ended up doing with Antonio, and I bet you they're going to do it here as well, is that Eddie is in a position where they would end up breaking the window and taking him out before they do the recovery.
Okay.
So that's, I'm just going to say 99%, that's what they're going to do.
And I know it's crazy to ask this, but what about the little dog?
I looked around just in the front windows, and the windows are already starting to silt up some, and so
Okay.
I was not able to see if the dog was in there or not.
Well, hopefully the dog will be in there when they get it on land.
Yeah. So.
Is Jonathan there, his buddy?
Yeah, Jonathan's here, and
Great.
Kelly's here. Kelly's here with me as well.
Yeah, those guys, they're awesome.
Yep.
Everybody's just been. I'm just so. Yeah, I'm so glad he's been found.
Yeah. All right. Let me.
No more suffering. He doesn't have to suffer anymore.
Yeah. I mean. So yeah, well, he'll be home today. You know, we found him, and so I'll make sure that everything gets taken care of on this end today.
All right.
What are we going to do next time, Sheriff?
You don't know how much I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, you're absolutely welcome. All right. We'll touch base later, and Kelly's got his phone on him if you need to give him a call. Okay.
We don't know what we have to do of claiming the body and all that kind of stuff. I've never done this before, so I'm lost on all that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Kelly's here in town, so it sounds like he's been a great help for you.
Oh yeah. Everybody has.
Yep.
We appreciate it. Y'all don't know how much we appreciate you.
Yep. You're welcome. All right. Let me get off the phone. Let me get law enforcement on the way, and we'll keep you updated. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
911, what's the emergency?
We are on Marine Drive, just east of 158th Street, and we're going to be in the water, so we'll need your dive team as well as your boat patrol.
You can see right here the tracks coming in. Right through here.
Oh,
and on the way down.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you can follow that up. And on that top side bank,
I can see both of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, is this Jared?
It is.
Jared, it's Deputy Livermore with River Patrol.
Sir, how are you?
Good. You found a car with a possible person in it?
Yeah, it's Eddie Pullin that's missing out of Vancouver. He went missing on the 19th, and we found his van, and there is somebody in the driver's seat.
Are you seeing this out with like live scan, or are you?
No. This is Jared from Adventures of the Purpose.
Right. Do you have someone diving, or did you just find it on your live scan, or?
Yeah, no, so we found it on Sonar first, and then I dove on it, and I've confirmed inside.
Okay.
So yeah, all of your windows are up.
How deep is it?
It's about 12 feet deep.
And is this location? It looks like they got you on the north side of McGuire Island. That doesn't seem right.
No, so if you come off of Marine Drive, so 150, if you're at 158th and you go east, we're up about 200-300 yards from there.
Oh, I got you. All right. Our dive team is tied up right now.
Okay.
Are you able to mark that location for us?
Yeah, I've got all the rigging gear. I mean, it's going to take me 5 minutes to go back in and rig it for you.
No, we can't have you we can't have you messing with the car itself.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I got you.
But are you able to mark that location?
Yeah, I have a magnet and a line directly to the car for you.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So our dive team will be tied up for a couple hours at least.
Okay.
So what we might have to do is, because not much that I can do other than go out there and also mark it, but as long as you got it marked for now.
Yep.
As soon as our dive team comes available, we can coordinate with them to come out there.
That sounds good. All right, sounds good. I'm gonna head back up to Chinook Landing then, and pull the boat out of the water and dress down, and then just give me a heads up and we can meet you back over here. Hello, this is Jared.
Hey, Jared, it's Deputy Livermore again.
Hey, sir.
Hey, do you have the GPS coordinates just in case something happens with that buoy?
It is tied off good, so I've got it over to shore. But yeah,
you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because our dive team's going to be a 3 to 4 hour minimum. They may end up waiting until tomorrow to pull it, depending on what our detectives say.
Yeah.
So I was just curious if you have the coordinates just in case something weird happens.
Okay. Yeah, I've already left the scene, so yeah, I can grab him in a little bit.
That's okay. Our team can go out there by boat, just as long as it's clearly marked. You can grab the coordinates from there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's a nice, easy shore dive. So yeah, you don't need to even dive from the boat. Hello.
Hello, Jared.
Yes.
Hi, Jared. This is Deputy Bear at the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office. How are you doing?
Hey, sir. I'm doing good.
Hey, so I know you talked with my partner a little bit earlier about this car here.
Yep.
I wanted to touch base with you real quick and just get some real quick info. We did end up finding it. We got it marked with one of our buoys. Our dive team is going to come out tonight, and we're going to recover the vehicle and the person. I just wanted to get some info from you about like who this person is, why we were looking there, because us on the River Patrol hadn't heard anything about this guy or that we should even be looking for him. We had no clue. So I was just curious where you guys got the information so we can know what we missed.
Yeah.
And go from there.
Yeah, let me fill you in on everything. So I don't have the case number out of Vancouver, but that's where the case is.
That'd be awesome. What's that?
Well, I said I don't, but I can get it.
Okay,
I'll have to track it down for you. So anyway, his name is Eddie Pullin, let's see, Eddie, and then it's Pullin, and he's a junior.
Okay.
Do
you know what his birth date is by chance?
I don't. I've got his dad's information though, so I can give that.
Or how about how old do you think he was?
He's 27. He's 27.
27. Perfect. That'll do. All right.
And also has a dog in the van with him as well.
Oh, that sucks. Okay. Yep. I just want to make sure I can actually find the missing person thing for Eddie, and it looks like I did. So I'll be able to contact Clark County and get them going on this as well.
All right, sounds good. We'll chat soon.
All right, you take care.
All right, bye.
Hello.
Hey, Steven, it's Jared.
Hey, Jared.
Hey, so update for you is initially they didn't know if they were going to be able to get to the recovery today or tomorrow, but I just spoke with the sergeant, the Marine Patrol, and they are going to go ahead and do the recovery this evening.
Okay.
And so that's where we're at right now. So my guess right now is probably an hour or two. I should have another update for you, but that's what I have for you now is that, Eddie will be coming home this evening.
Okay. Also, the little dog that's in the van.
Yep.
They said that she lays under the front seat.
Okay.
Probably where she was at, but
okay.
We would like to. I don't know how we're gonna. Kelly, I was talking to Kelly, and he said that he could take possession of the dog if they had a body bag of some sort. Maybe I don't even know.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to him about that, or Kelly can. But we'll talk to the sergeant on scene once they get there. They are going to keep us out of the scene, of course. Just in case. It's they always treat it as a crime scene, and we understand that and we respect that.
Right.
So. And
also, we'll have to know where they're taking Eddie, what morgue it is, and all that. Coroner's office. My daughter, she's in the Air Force. She's been in there almost 20 years, and she's stationed in Fairbanks right now.
Uh-huh.
And she said she would come down there and handle everything.
Okay.
Whatever. And she wants to.
We just need to know where
we want to have him cremated and then fly him home with him and the dog.
Right.
Have the dog cremated and then have him cremated.
Yeah, but she said that she's gonna bring him home.
Okay. All right. Yeah. As soon as I know more, I'll update you for sure.
Okay.
Perfect. Anything you need from me in the meantime?
No. I appreciate everything y'all have done.
Doesn't matter what time of night you can call us.
But we'll be up. We won't be sleeping for hours.
Okay.
So.
All right. Yeah, I'll keep you updated along the way.
Okay, I sure do appreciate it. And like I said, I was worried about the body getting away with the current and all that. So
Yeah. There's very little current right there, and so they'll be able to do the recovery no problem. And even in heavier current, like I said, this is a good dive team, so I have faith in them for sure.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Yep, you're welcome. We'll chat soon.
Yep.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I thought there would be bigger marks than that. So vehicles facing upstream, all the windows are up. He's in the he's in the driver's seat.
Still seatbelted?
No, he's not seatbelted. He's floating right now. The family's really concerned about the dog as well. I know you guys aren't here to worry about the dog, but I just want to make sure that who's ever going to be in charge of the scene, that if we can get the dog to the family, there's a family member here on scene that would like to take the dog once the coroner's done and everything. That's the big thing. I just want to make sure that we're aware of the dog.
Rope tied onto it at?
So I have my rope, this one right here. That buoy's the wrong car. That's
your buoy. Your red one is right here.
My rope's this one.
Yeah.
That buoy is not mine, because you do have another car that's 30 feet downstream from the van as well. So if you take my line straight down to it, it's around it with a magnet around the rear ladder. Other than that, stay out of your way. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Oh, they got it. Everything's fine with it. Just wanted to give them the complete rundown. I don't know if you spoke with Steven or not, but he wanted to make sure that you end up with the dog at the end of the night as well.
Well, he said that to a degree. I told him, I said, I don't know what their deal is, if they have to keep everything intact before they do an investigation, before they release anything.
Right.
So
yeah,
whatever it is.
Everybody knows at this point, so we'll see where it goes from there. So.
Well, he found the license plate.
Oh, well, where was it at?
It's right underneath them right
10
now.
feet past where the vehicle went in.
Oh, wow.
We kind of followed right in line.
Yeah.
I don't think it was visible earlier with how choppy everything was, but it smoothed out while everyone was away.
So it's under the water.
Yeah.
Did you end up getting it, or it's still there?
It's too far out for us.
It's like
We let them
6
know
feet
that.
out, 6 feet
Okay.
down.
There's a pace here that I'm still not quite familiar with. There's a noise coming from the fridge and a mess that isn't mine. There's a broken chair that I've been sitting on lately. Feels high, feels so low sometimes. There's a beautiful porch with parts dropping from the ceiling. There's a man enjoying his loneliness as I am sipping. And my body's still, but my open eyes are looking. I like it here, but sometimes I just feel like up and leaving. Can't wait to get home. Can't wait to get home. There are footsteps that are loud, they step on my sleeping. I feel flooded and I'm trying to breathe in. But as we drive, it all just slides. Nothing quite relieves my mind, like knowing I am getting closer. Can't wait to get home. 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 Take on my grind. I need to be here. It's my dime. I can't cease to hold on to for the most. I don't know, but this all just hits me like a rock. Can't wait to get home.
I just want to have a moment to talk to you guys about what we're doing, what you can expect, what's going to happen. In our office, it is our policy to confirm ID with fingerprints. We have had situations over the course of the last year in which someone had stolen someone else's ID, was running around telling everybody, yeah, I'm Pete Smith.
Right.
And so when this guy passed away, everyone identified him as Pete Smith. He had Pete Smith's ID, et cetera, et cetera. And then all of a sudden Pete Smith turns up in a homeless shelter like 3 months later. And it's like, oh hell, who is this deceased person?
Well,
correct.
I guess in that case we can help identify that the person that we know as the individual that we know.
Not
that
for
matches.
any official purposes, for our own sake of security and for our own hearts, are we able to put visual on the body at all?
I do not have a problem with that. I've often let people do that, have a moment to view the person, say goodbye, even touch them depending on the circumstances. In this case, because he's in the water, I don't think that any evidence, if this is even going to go that direction, is going to be disturbed by contact with him. What I will say is that,
3 weeks.
yeah, frequently people that have been submerged for an extended period of time, they are not going to look like themselves. And so it's really tricky to allow, a visual identification of someone.
For sure.
Because it's like, I don't know. I mean, even 2 weeks, it's... Water does strange things.
And with him going down this, he could have hit his head or whatever.
He might have suffered disfiguring injuries. While I don't have problems with people wanting to see their loved one, I will often caution people and say, they are not going to look the way you expect them to, and I just want people to be aware and prepared for that. Because, obviously we don't want to inflict additional trauma, and once you see something, you can't unsee it.
Right.
Exactly.
And so, do you have any identifying marks? Like, does Eddie have tattoos?
No
does
tattoos.
he have...
He's got
one of his legs.
Right ankle, he's got a scar where a dirt bike peg went through his leg.
A right ankle?
Right ankle.
Okay, is it on the outside or the inside?
Both sides.
Okay.
It went off.
All right.
Kind of separating the bone and muscle.
Okay.
Bracelet?
Yeah,
necklace?
because, sometimes, like the other night I had a guy who didn't have any fingers on his left hand, and that was turned out to be...
Kind of hard to get fingerprints.
The identical. He had a thumb, anyway.
He does not have the best teeth.
No, he's got rot in most of his molars as well.
Okay, are the front teeth still present?
Front teeth are there, yes.
Okay.
At least last time we saw him.
Yeah, if he did manage to whack his teeth on the wheel and bust them out, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But
And he probably lost his glasses, but he wears glasses. So.
Yeah.
What I will say is because I didn't know this person when they were alive, it's different for me. You know, it's like seeing people that I knew. It's weird how and when things affect you. You know, it's like there's kind of this delayed period where you go home and just kind of put it away, and then like 3 weeks later, for completely random reasons, suddenly remember it, and then you're walking your dog down the street and sobbing, and nobody knows why.
Yeah.
What I can tell you is Sassy's in there.
Okay.
This is for her. The removal crew is going to come here. They are on their way right now. Eddie's hands are in a very, very delicate condition. I think I can get prints off of them, but I can't do it here in the dark.
Got it.
So I'm going to transport him. I'm going to have the transport crew take him back to their facility, and I'm going to be able to do, first of all, a more thorough external examination on him to see if he actually suffered any trauma. I was able to uncover his chest. It doesn't look like he suffered any life-threatening trauma, but again, it's hard to say in the dark. You know, he's wet. There's limited space, exactly.
Cold water, all that.
Yeah. His face is bloated. I'm not sure anyone would be able to recognize him definitively. Did Eddie have a beard?
Yes.
Yep. So, like I said, water does strange things, but I did get a photo of an ankle, and I believe there's a defect there that may or may not be the... so I'd be comfortable with showing you guys that. All right, so like I said, water does strange things, but this is the left ankle. And what I would assume is that black defect right there that you see is potentially...
That looks about the right spot.
We are so almost completely certain, but still almost completely isn't completely.
Right.
And so, given our policies, I'd have to double check with my supervisor and see if it is okay to allow someone to see him without the positive ID.
Okay.
Give me a second to make a call.
I appreciate that.
And the transport crew should be here soon.
Okay.
Once he is covered. If you guys want to have a moment, put hands on the outside of the shroud/bag that he's going to be in. That's cool. That's fine with all of us. In terms of actually putting eyes on him, I just can't say for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, I don't know how everyone else feels about it. On a personal level, I have made my views on it clear.
Again, that's up to you. But like I said, I think there's 3 of us here that he's probably seen more than I have. I've seen a handful of things, and I'm gonna stand on that. That you're right. Don't let that be the last memory you have of that.
No.
Don't let it do it, because man, you're 19 years old, dude. That's a lot of years to try to carry something like that.
It can ruin the memory that you have.
And that was a good friend of ours, so.
I've carried something for 20 years that, again, you can't describe it. You can't, and like you said, it'll bite you in the ass one day, and you're fucked up, and you don't know why. Nobody else around you knows why. It's just, man.
The medical examiner brought up a really neat point. You'd just be walking your dog and crying one day.
Yeah.
And it's bad, dude.
I advise against it as well. At the end of the day, here's what I know. You're 19. We used to be 19. We know exactly, like you're hard-headed, and there's nothing wrong with that. That this is your friend, but at the end of the day, it's, Eddie, Jay, he's waterlogged, he's very bloated. He does not look like Jay right now. So you're not looking at your friend anymore. And the way that I've come to compartmentalize what it is I do is that right now, we didn't bring Eddie home. We didn't bring Jay home. He's gone. He left October 19th. But what we brought home tonight was the avatar. You're here, but this right here is your avatar. This is your this is how you move around while you're here on Earth.
Closure.
And that's what we brought home, was closure. We brought home answers for the family and for you guys.
Yep.
So now that we know, and let's keep that memory that we do have of him, you know, beside the unfortunate accident. But
I understand what you're feeling, though. Absolutely. I understand that. But my recommendation is no.
Okay. Word from on high, unless somebody has been positively ID'd, like 100%, we can't let people see him. However, you guys can have your moment, put hands on him, etc. I have Sassy out of the van already. She is going to go with Eddie, and they're going to remain together, so Mom and Dad can kind of decide what disposition they want. I know that Sister is probably going to be coming down here in the next day or two, but I just kind of want to let you guys know what is likely going to happen. Because Eddie's young, and because seizures are what we call a diagnosis of exclusion, that meaning that generally the pathologists like to look for everything else, and then if they can't find anything else, they will concede that it was a seizure, because ultimately, aside from dental trauma, which is biting the tongue, seizures don't really have any physiological evidence in the body. And so most likely he is going to go to the state medical examiner's office for an autopsy. What will happen is also the doctors will opt to do toxicology, because they're always going to. If they do a autopsy, they're going to do tox. Depending on what is found, a death certificate will be available, but it's going to say pending further studies. It's not going to have an actual cause of death on it until all the tests and everything comes back.
I am not a raincoat here to keep you warm. Then go back in the closet after the storm. No, I'm not a match simply waiting to burn. All I am is a friend, your friend till the end. Your impression of a city you wish you loved more than everything you gave for it. And I'm not here to criticize the risk. All I am is a friend, your friend till the end. All I am is a friend, your friend till the end. I am not a witness here to call you in for the things that you done or that thing that you did. And I'm not the shadow of anyone you've been. All I am is a friend, your friend till the end. All I am is a friend, your friend till the end.